Welcome everyone to Do More Be More. This is a special day. I am actually doing a protein bar review of these very interesting bars that we're going to talk about. I am going to do it with someone who's going to be an interesting point of view. It's my brother Javier.
Yo.
So let's see what's going on here. Is it worth it? Is it worth the money? Does it have good taste? You want to know about it? So we're going to talk about it. Coming up right now. And we're rolling. Basically, I'm not going to wait for the video. Welcome everyone to Do More Be More. Oh, come on, don't tell me this thing is still on. Okay, so these are excuse the noise, these are the Barebells, cookies and cream and salty peanut. Now, I did a review on the hazelnut and nougat, which I thought was pretty interesting. But we're gonna try these two flavors, and we'll see what's the deal with these. They're very highly revered as delicious. They're supposed to be really similar to candy bars, and of course, protein bars don't have a good rep as far as having good taste. So, what about you? Do you what do you know about protein bars? Do you eat them? Have you had them? Do you like them?
You know, I gotta tell you, the truth is, I almost feel like protein bars have more of a I'm gonna have it when I'm hungry kind of thing. I've never thought of it as something that you have like post-workout, like a protein shake. So for me, I feel like the purpose of a protein bar is to kind of satisfy the desire for something sweet and probably just kind of give you something to chew on when you're hungry.
Yeah, and that is one of the main reasons I think people do have them. These look consistent. You know, this one's a little thicker than the other one, the salty peanut. But we're gonna compare. We're gonna have half and half of each, and we'll go for the. We'll see what we like better. We'll give it a rating out of 10. 1 out of 10 sounds fair enough.
Well, what's a 1 and what's a 10?
1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest.
So 1 being like a really bad protein bar, and a 10 being like a Milky Way dark.
Yeah, because that's actually what we're gonna do. We're gonna compare it to an actual candy bar as far as taste goes, because it's not gonna compare as far as actual calories and protein. We'll give it a 1 out of 10, and whether or not you'd have it again, whether you're interested in having the other flavors, because I understand there's several flavors. So here we go. So we're gonna open these. Which one do you want to try first?
Let's go with the gold.
Gold. Now this is the salty peanut. What do you imagine this is gonna taste like?
I'm thinking Payday.
I thought the same exact thing, because I can't think of anything else that sounds like that.
But I gotta say, I mean, peanuts are just so overdone in protein bars. I sometimes kind of just want anything that doesn't have peanuts. So if I like it, I'll be very surprised.
Okay. Well, honestly, I haven't had a protein bar that tasted like Payday. I do like. Do you like actual Payday bars?
Yeah. It's good, you know. It's got its moments.
So we're gonna have half each. Now we're gonna end up having about 200 calories each of us, because each bar is 200, but we're only having half of each, so that ends up being 200 calories. Now, I washed my hands and I got my vaccines. For those who have an opinion on that, oh well.
Me too.
So this is for you.
So here, let me ask you a question, right? Just by looking at this right now. If dark chocolate is supposed to be the healthier chocolate, why are they making this with no chocolate?
That's an interesting question. Now, dark chocolate does have some health benefits. There is a video that I'm going to be making about the difference between losing weight and being healthy. Now, there is definitely a point in which these two things correlate and run in the same avenue, but there are healthy foods that may not necessarily be great options for losing weight, and there are some foods that may be great for health and just be probably fattening, if you will, if you're eating it wrong. And then there's the other avenue as well. They're using milk chocolate because they're trying to have as many different varieties as they can, as I'm seeing, because they have a lot of flavors.
Okay.
So this milk chocolate is just to taste like a regular candy bar. And if you see, it's got like a consistency, like a peanutty over the, like a exterior, and it looks like it's the. What do you think that center looks like?
It looks like the regular Milky Way.
Yeah, right. Maybe like even like a baby Ruth. So
Ruth?
let's see. Ruthie. Okay, so let's see what this is like. 3, 2, 1.
Kind of starts off with the aftertaste.
So you think there's an aftertaste to this?
You don't think so?
Because protein bars are known for it.
Yeah, I think it kind of starts off with. It's almost like it's got probably a strong odor because I almost felt it right as I was starting to chew.
What flavor came out?
God, it was almost like a burnt smell, you know?
I think that's the nut. That's the nuttiness. I think that's what it is that you're smelling. I think that's what it is.
I mean, and it's not bad tasting. I will say it is melting
Yeah.
really quickly.
I mean, I think it's like 74 degrees in the house right now. Was not intended, but off the bat, right now, first impression, 1 out of 10. What do you give it?
I mean, this kind of just tastes like any regular protein bar to me.
You know?
I think it looks like a chocolate bar, but taste, I'd say probably like a 6.
6 out of 10 first taste. Now, one more thing, and I'm not going to explain to you the whole logic between calories and protein, so that you can give me an honest answer that's not based on macronutrients. This has 200 calories and 20 grams of protein. Where do you think it stands as far as nutrition facts go?
How many calories? You said 200? Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess if I have to equate the number of calories in this bar to something that you get outside, like, I don't know, a cheeseburger or something. I mean, this is probably going to be healthier just because it's less calories. I mean, not necessarily healthier, but just less fattening. But it gets me, I don't know, is this something that you could use as an alternative to like a protein shake after a workout?
Yeah, because, I mean, basically, it's not that the consistency of a protein shake is what lets you have more protein go to your muscles. It's the fact that it's whey. Whey is a very fast digesting protein source. So that's why people like to have it after a workout, as opposed to casein, which is like really long. It takes about 8 hours for that to process. And the kind of protein that this bar uses is like the one that most use, is calcium caseinate, whey protein isolate. Whey protein is, like I mentioned, a fast digesting protein. Yeah.
It melts everywhere. I mean,
So,
melts in your hands, not in your mouth.
so it being a whey protein isolate means that it's a good choice for you to have after a workout. There are people that argue that you have to have it right away. It's a 30-minute window, but you could give yourself about an hour, and your muscles will still take benefit of the protein. So,
Like, I guess if you have to push it, right? If you don't have it right away, it's not bad. Still do it.
yeah, you don't need to rush to the supermarket or rush home after you go to the gym. This is for recovery, and
Because it's not a meal replacement.
do you think, let's say you just have half of it. If you had half left, do you think that can hold you between lunch and dinner?
I mean, it's so sweet. I think like I wouldn't even want to eat anything. As far as like how it makes me feel like if I'm full, I think that it probably would. So I guess in that sense, it does a really good job because I do feel like almost like I ate a small meal.
Okay.
It was just half a bar, right?
Yeah. So as far as taste goes, now you're comparing this to a candy bar, you're saying, or comparing it to protein bars?
I mean, I don't like protein bars, and I don't think we should be talking about names or anything like that, right? But there are some that are just really, really nasty. They kind of just, the consistency and the taste is all just really, really dull and bland. This is definitely not dull and bland. I mean, I'm being very picky. I'm trying to compare it to like a Snickers bar. Not a Snickers bar, but definitely not one of those bland ones, which is why I was trying to go with that 6 rating.
Okay.
Because it's probably better than the average, but it's not a candy bar.
And if I recall, yeah, we did say that the 10 is going to equate a Milky Way, an actual candy bar.
Milky Way dark.
Yeah, that's right. Health first. And then the one being a really bad protein bar. Which this, by the way, this is not a sponsored video, so we're not paid to give our opinion. So we can't say brands of things that you like or you don't like. So
Coca-Cola.
yeah. For example, I think the most famous protein bars are Quest bars. Have you had those?
I have, and I actually don't mind those too much. I think it's because my mentality is I'm going to have a protein bar. Whereas in here, you kind of built me up to have that sense of a candy bar.
Mm-hmm.
So this could be a little bit better than a Quest bar.
I've seen reviews of these. The salty peanut is not necessarily the highest reviewed ones, but I got these at Trader Joe's. I went to Hy-Vee to get some. They have 2 flavors there, and they just were sold out. So this is what was available. The salty peanut actually did end up getting about 6 or 7s from other people that I've seen. So we're gonna see this one that I'm actually very excited for. It's gonna be the cookies and cream. As I understand, this is a highly reviewed one. So far, the salty peanut seems to be getting the same rating, not just from us, but from other people as well. We're gonna see what this one is like.
Can I have like some water so I can wash down the taste?
Yes, definitely. Actually, I have some right here.
Oh, yeah, can I wash my hands? Can we pause the video? I want to wash my hands and drink some water.
Yes, we can.
Get the taste out, you know?
Okay, so he decided to go with a cup of water. I'm going to drink out of the bottle because apparently I have germs and I'm disgusting, so. Yes. I did need a little water too. I think it's the peanutness.
It's very sweet.
And not just the peanut, it says it's salty peanut. So there's 2 different things that really make it stand out as far as that dryness that you can get from having a protein bar like that.
I'm also not a fan of milk chocolate. This one is milk chocolate. Is the next one milk chocolate as well?
We're gonna find out.
All right, I'm gonna find out.
Now, have you ever had a cookies and cream protein bar?
I can't say I have.
I've had the one from Quest. I've had the one from Kirkland. Kirkland is my favorite one because their macros are amazing. Kirkland is the brand that you get at Costco. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty, I think it's pretty good as far as the macronutrients. This one is pretty close. These are 190, which is only 20 calories, a little bit more than the ones at Costco, and 20 grams of protein. The other ones have about 21 grams of protein, which is splitting hairs here, you know? So it's all about, if you can find something that's delicious, and by all means, go with that. I always say, taste needs to be up there with nutrition and macronutrients. So looks like we have another interesting little texture there. Doesn't look like it's the same thing. What do you think that is?
I don't know. It looks almost like really big sprinkles.
Yeah, I think that's the actual cookie. We don't know what the center is like, so we're gonna see what that's like. Half for you, half for me. You want the bigger half or the smaller half?
I'll take the bigger half because I'm the older brother.
Look at that. Actually give it to him instead of having to fight for it. You remember having to do that?
Sure.
Of course, I'd be losing because I was the smaller one. Who's bigger now?
Won't get into that argument.
Yeah. So here we go. We're looking at the center. I don't see any fudginess in there. As you can see, it's more like white.
It does look like cookie dough.
Yeah.
Is that what this is? Is this cookie dough?
Cookie dough? Oh, is that what you said?
It's cookies
and cream. So if I had to relate this, compare this to something like a real candy bar, I'm thinking the cookies and cream Hershey's, which I absolutely love. But I don't know if it'll compare to that.
All right, let's how about we just take a bite?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Not bad. It's more tingly and hot.
Oh, cut your hair. Oh, this is good. I like this.
Yeah, I do like this. Keep looking at the screen. I told him to not look at the screen, to look at the lens. What textures are you getting?
Feels a little sandy. You know, like that, a little grainy, but you can really taste the cookie. And you can crunch on the cookie, which is kind of good.
It is crispy. Do you have that aftertaste that you did on the salted peanut?
I think it's kind of still there. It's just not before. It's at the right moment where all the other flavors are kind of mixing in. It's still milk chocolate. I'm personally not a big fan of milk chocolate, so that's why I'm pointing it out. I don't know why it melts so quickly. Maybe because, like, even a candy bar, I guess I don't really eat off of the wrapper, you know?
That's right. We break it, and we have it on hand.
Right.
I think it's interesting that, you know, the topping, how it's got a layer on it. That usually sounds like the kind of thing that would just add extra calories, but who knows, maybe they made it in a way that this is also anabolic, you know, the little toppings. It's got like a caramel thing to it too. I'm tasting it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I think it's pretty good. I'd eat it again.
You would eat it again.
Yeah.
I would too. Yeah, I actually like it. Like, would you eat this without having to work out? Like, if you saw this and you saw a Twix.
I like Twix.
I do like Twix too.
I think I would probably go with the flavor or go with this particular bar if I knew I just worked out, which hasn't been anytime soon. But since diet and exercise is really not a part of my life anymore, and I think if I was just gonna go out for a candy bar, I'd probably go out just for a candy bar. Although this is a pretty good one. Like I said, comparing it to other protein bars and comparing it to a candy bar, this is probably like a good 8.
8.
I can think of a couple of candy bars I would not eat before this.
We're about to get interrupted. So yeah, we just had to cut it off there because we had a little interruption there, but never mind. We're gonna continue from here. So you heard it here, not first, not second, but nevertheless, you can look up reviews of other people. Again, salty peanut, cookies and cream. These are just coming from a person who frequently has protein bars and a person who was looking for a more generalized point of view, you know, for comparing it to protein bars and actual candy bars. So I hope you found this useful. What did you take out of this?
I think that at the very least, it's actually really good to know there's companies out there that are trying to make the taste of these protein bars better. Like this is significantly better from other protein bars. They still do taste like protein bars, just to be very honest, right? You guys, I think that you deserve the honesty. Mm-hmm. And they still do taste like protein bars. I kind of really like the cookies and cream one. I'm also not a fan of peanuts, and it's kind of nice to see that there's more flavors and more variety out there. So who knows, if I ever decide to work out again here in the not too soon future, maybe I'll give one a shot.
Yeah, and again, in case I didn't say it, I gave this an 8.5. I think you gave it an 8.
Yeah.
I gave it an 8.5, and I think on both of them, I might give like a half point more because I've had a lot of protein bars and I've had a lot of bad ones. So I think I feel a little better than from someone who's coming from just normal candy bars. I mean, they're bad. I'm just saying, like, I've had a lot of bad protein bars and I've become used to them. So this is a step up.
So would you say that, is there a 10 for you in the protein bar industry?
I really like the donut and birthday cake flavors from Quest. I really like those.
So is that what you're saying that's better than this?
I think if anything had to be the best, maybe the birthday cake. The only problem with that is that it gets annoying after a while. After you have one, you don't want to have another one for another 2 weeks. This I can have repeatedly. So this actually has an advantage in that sense. What would I rather have in my cabinet at all times? Probably this. And I'm saying that honestly. I can see that. It's got nice little wrapper too. Not that it has anything to do with it.
Hey, what's the cost?
They're about $1.99 each. So,
oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. I got the box for $23. It was Trader Joe's, $23 for 12. I've seen some more expensive ones and bad tasting ones. So that's my take on this.
Yeah, because what's candy bar go for? Like $1.75 now, right?
About, yeah. I remember when they were like 75 cents.
It used to be 50 cents.
Yeah.
I'm older than you.
Yeah. So, that was my take. That was my brother's take. I hope you enjoyed having him here. If you want to see him in the future, let me know in the comments below. Any suggestions you have, we may be able to try other flavors in the future if I'm able to find them. I might have to order online, but they're always sold out. So that's what's going to be the case as far as that. If I find anything else that's probably near as good, I might do that as well. If you like the idea of doing reviews at all, I'm always happy to do that as well. I might be doing other kind of reviews, not for protein bars, but for regular foods that I have on the regular to stay anabolic. So if that's something that's interesting to you, let me know in the comments. Please remember to follow me on TikTok, on Facebook, and on Instagram. And remember, everybody, remember to like, share, and subscribe. And of course, before we even end this, one thing I always got to let you guys know, if you do more,
you are more.
What?